What's this? Oh, like a green screen? I fucks with that. Hold on, let me find a picture for the green screen. Oh, cool, ain't nobody in here yet. This is the funniest picture on my phone. I swear to God. It's the funniest picture on my fucking phone. I swear to God. Hold on, let me find a picture for my background screen. Don't judge my background. Easy. Oh well, I don't think nobody up right now. That's why. Stop. Chill out. I will take this fucking green screen off. You gonna do all of that? You gonna do all of that? Well, might as well take the bitch off. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Greetings, greetings. How are you? I just came to talk because it's like 6 minutes till the end of day 13. No fat. And I'm gonna give you TMI. I have the sharpest pain in my balls right now. This shit sucks. But I gotta do it. I don't even know why I gotta do it. I just gotta do it. Ooh, what's this button? A 49-second short was uploaded to your channel as a bug. Wait, I just said I got a pain in my ball sack. I know I know YouTube ain't just do me like that. But hold up, bro. Hold up, bro. I know YouTube didn't just do me like that. YouTube just did me like that. What's this? Oh, camera on, camera off. YouTube just did me so dirty. I swear to God, it better not be a 45-second clip on my profile of me saying I'm on day 13 of no fat and my balls hurt. Why would you do that? Like, what? Hey, 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 you know what? What's this? Start a poll, start a Q&A. I never live stream on YouTube from my phone. So this is from my cell phone. Yeah, YouTube just fucked me up with that one. I guess I just comes from pressing buttons. I was pressing buttons. I never go live from my phone. So I wanted to see what the live was like from my phone, see if they updated some shit. I pressed the button over here or over here in the corner and talk about YouTube done uploaded a 45-second clip. I'm gonna press it again just to see. A 49-second short was uploaded to your channel as unlisted. Okay, unlisted. It's unlisted. That means can't nobody see it. Can't nobody. That don't mean they can't find it, but can't nobody see it. We good. It's only two folks in here though. One person talking though. Only Charlotte. Who else in here listening to me talking about my balls, man? I just really want to talk about this because I feel like I'm exorcising a demon. Yeah, I have no idea. Well, a lot of y'all do have an idea, especially if you're hypersexual. What it's like to not, you know, pleasure yourself, what it's like to hold that back and not do that, not perform those actions. I can't even believe today, day 13. I would have told the world, fuck you by day 3. I'd be like, I used to say shit like, this is my dick. I do what I want. This is my dick. I do what I want with my dick. You don't tell me what to do with my dick. But then one day I woke up and I was like, nah, man, I'm done. At least for now. It's not benefiting me. It's not doing anything for me. It's not really helping me out. It's not aiding me. It's draining me. And it's that truth that I came to that really caused me to just, and I don't want to say no fat because I don't want to act like I'm trying to do this big ass spiritual journey by not masturbating. No, like that's not what I'm doing it for. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it for enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? But there will be enlightenment. And today was one of those days. The fuck, I had crumbs on my nose. Glad you couldn't see it. So you can't sleep because that helps. Man, when I tell you, Charlotte, check me out. I have been naked for like 16 hours today. My nuts have been hurting since this morning. This morning. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit feel like a hernia. That's what's so fucked up about it. And I know it's not. Because the sensitivity starts in the testicles. That's how I know. So I'm just sitting here like, yo, I wanted to take a nap, but and then it feels like because that pain transfers. So it transfers to my it transferred, and I'm just being transparent, y'all, because I don't give a damn how people feel. It said it takes discipline. I'm on day 5 years. Man, the pain transfers because I feel it in my lower abdomen too, and it feels like pressure. And so here I am thinking I had to poop. I'm in the bathroom sitting on the toilet pushing for my fucking life. Ain't shit coming out. Ain't nothing coming out. You know what's coming out? What they call that? It's not mucus, but it is. It's what is it? Bile? Bile? That's what's coming out. And I said, oh no, oh no, you pushing way too hard. Said oh no. I said, oh no. I said, Joe, I stopped masturbating for almost 14 days. And you on the toilet acting outlandish. Stop pushing. I was like, I can't stop pushing. It feels like I gotta poop. And then it feels like I got gas, but ain't no gas coming out. Then the gas came out and there was still no relief. And I said, oh hell no, bro. I said, oh hell no. I said it looks like I'm not gonna be relaxing too much today. But you know what? It's kind of what I expected from it. Like I expected it. You can only go so long in your life by I'm trying to sit up. I swear to God, my balls hurt. You can only go so long in your life with any habit, and then stopping that habit cold turkey and not expecting side effects. There's gonna be side effects. And so I was traveling around YouTube, watching all the no fat videos, and it seems like all the men are concerned with each other's dicks, and I'm still uncomfortable with that. I'm cool. I've been posting about it on Facebook. The men like stay strong. It gets easier, bro. I'm like, you don't like the shit I like. Don't tell me it gets don't, I don't want your encouragement. I'm not doing this to try to prove to people how strong I am. I'm doing it to just add more focus to what's important. But for anybody watching this right now, because I don't know if women do no fat, but busting a nut, it's pleasurable for that moment. But the drawbacks is what's terrible, especially if you're wasting it on something like you're watching porn or some shit like that. You're wasting it. You're wasting it, and you're feeding whoever you watching. This is what I know. It's a transference, and your ass gonna be drained. Next thing you know, you're not gonna want to do nothing. You're not gonna feel like doing nothing. You're not gonna feel like talking to nobody. You're gonna turn into a fucking recluse. You're gonna go into your cave, and next thing you know, you in a I call it a horny cave. You're in a fucking horny cave. All you can think about is sex. All you can think about is pleasure. All you can think about is getting off as quick as possible. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I got to deal with this. This is, hey, there we go. Day 13 complete. No fap. It's 12:01 a.m. We're on day 14 now. All you can, greetings, beautiful. All you can think about is pleasure, 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 pleasure. The one thing that I learned about my heightened sexuality or my heightened sexual energy was that that's what my magnet was calling the whole time. Horny shit. Just horny shit. Just horny. Just horny. All the goddamn horny, 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 horny. Oh, I'm gonna turn the camera off for a minute so I can set my phone down because I got to get up and stretch my balls. This is not a game, ladies. You may not know what it's like, but I'm pretty sure this equates to about 0.2% of what a period cramp feels like. This shit is ridiculous. You understand me? That's why I said 0.2% before a woman get mad again. It's like, you right, sweetheart. You right. You right. I don't know, but the way y'all be tucked and curled up in the bed during y'all when y'all girly come on, that's how I've been all fucking day in this bed. My lower abdomen is killing me. Like it's killing. Yes, it's blue balls. It's blue balls. What's crazy is The amount of doctors, neuroscientists, spiritual people that said that shit is normal. I'm like, hold on, bro. My nuts and my lower abdomen hurting ain't shit normal about it. But I guess it is when you go, you know what I'm saying? It's stress. It's stress. And you won't notice you stressing your body out because you're pleasuring yourself. Maybe tomorrow I won't feel this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe tomorrow I feel loads better. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when the sun come up, I'll feel loads better. I know I'll be better distracted tomorrow. I have a lot to do tomorrow. Plus, Sophia's coming to clean the crib tomorrow. So I'm not gonna be Mr. Horny Toe walking around the fucking crib. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna be me. Sorry, the camera's off. Y'all can put your phones down too and just listen. Cause like I said, I need to get up and stretch. Y'all can still hear me though, right? It didn't turn my mic off. I just really want to talk about this partially because I can't sleep. I'm not sleepy yet. Um, but part of addressing sexual trauma is the ability to stop feeding the trauma. You can do all of the inner work you want to do, but eventually, in the most plain, harshest way of saying it, you're gonna have to stop fucking. You're gonna have to stop playing with yourself, ladies. You're gonna have to stop flicking the bean. I don't care how good that shit feel. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta stop for a season so that what's inside of you that's been trying to come out can actually be extracted. This journey with no fat has been a spiritual one, not on purpose. Like I said, I wasn't doing it for accolades. You know what I'm saying? I was doing it because I was tired of what was lingering within me from my past, from my childhood. I got tired of that shit being present with me. Like, why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you here? You fucking my life up. But you know what I'm saying? I wanna have a woman in my life that I can give my all to, but it's hard to give your all to a person when your trauma wants your attention too. Well, I'm gonna say that one more time. It's really hard to give your all to a person when your trauma wants attention too. I went through so many different changes and seasons within my own sexuality, even the guilt of questioning my own sexuality. I went through all of these guilty ass phases and nothing worked. I tried the self acceptance. I tried. The last thing that I know to try is to just stop focusing on pleasure. Just stop as best as I can to just stop. Because I know people look at me like, oh, he's perfect. He don't do shit. Yeah, right. I'm about 1,000 times more hornier than you. I promise you that. I promise you that. The only reason I have self-control is because I give a fuck about other people. If I didn't give a fuck about other people, I wouldn't have no self-control. I'd probably be a hoe out here on these streets. You know what I'm saying? A real hoe. You know what I'm saying? A real hoe. I need me some pussy every night. You know what I'm saying? But it actually give a fuck about people. Like what happens after the act is done. Because if I have sex with you and it's the most amazing sex you have, but I got post nut clarity, and I'm like, I ain't really feeling you like that. I could potentially fuck up your future just from that one pleasurable moment. And it is that consideration that stopped me from being a full blown hoe. And I'm just being transparent. I don't give a fuck who judged me. So the next best thing is porn. The next best thing is phone sex and girls sending the naked pictures. I love me a little naked picture. You feel me? A little video where she doing her thing. But even that wore off quick. And this is when I knew that whatever it was within me, it was time to address it. You know what I'm saying? It was time to address it. It was time to look at it for what it is, call it what it is, admit to what it is, and then start dealing with it. And I knew that my hypersexuality was a trauma response. And it's the shit most, and I'm not trying to guilt trip nobody that's watching this. I'm not trying to guilt trip y'all. I'm not trying to make you think about, oh, well, maybe I need to stay. You do what you do, baby. You do what you do. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to tell you, you must stop with all the sexual energy. I'm not here to tell you none of that. I'm sharing my testimony, like what the reason that I'm doing it. The reason that I'm at day 14 and no fat. And most people will be like, oh, I don't win a full 90 days. Bro, don't nobody give a fuck. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me, Mr. Sexuality himself, Mr. Bust Nine before the sun go down. You understand me? Like that shit's not. Come on now. 14 days is amazing. That's 2 weeks. I'm officially at the 2 week mark. And I couldn't be more proud of myself. Today, because of the pain I was experiencing, I almost relapsed. Here I was on Twitter. I'm looking, and I don't even, this don't even correlate properly, psychologically speaking, which is what fucked me up even more. But I'm on Twitter and I'm scrolling because I'm in love with artificial intelligence, right? I love everything artificial intelligence. I think it's amazing. I think it's an amazing bit of consciousness that we have introduced to this world. I think it's something incredible. I'm scrolling through the timeline and then see about the war and all the bombings and shit in Iran. And I'm thinking to myself, man, that's terrible. And I keep scrolling, and the next thing I see is a pair of titties. And I say, oh shit, here we go. And my curiosity said, check the comments. I go to the one thing that I'm not afraid to admit to people is that my kink is other people's kinks. I look at a person and be like, you like that shit? That's hot, you know? So I'm in the comments curious, and before you know it, an hour and a half had gone by where I probably watched 50 to 60 different porn videos on Twitter, or X as they call it now. And it eventually got me to the point where I'm edging. And I don't know if you know what that is, but that's starting to play with yourself but not ejaculate. I got to that point. And while I was doing that, I was thinking to myself, you should stop. You should stop. You should stop. Like you can stop. Like you can stop. Just get up. Like just get up and move around. Just get up and move around. And I sat up. I put my phone down, and that sharp pain hit my balls. That sharp pain hit my balls. I said, "Oh no! Oh no! Erection gone. Erection gone. It's hard to have an erection when your balls hurt. I promise you that." Day 1 through 3 was extremely difficult. Day 1 through 3 is when my rebellious side was saying it don't even matter. Like you a god, do what you want to do. And I'm sitting there thinking that shit don't matter either. It don't matter how powerful I am if I can't focus my power on myself. Like I told y'all this morning, kicking porn because in the spiritual community, watching porn, it ain't a thing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of us that watch porn, and I'm not trying to guilt trip nobody, but kicking porn and masturbation or sex addiction, as I should call it, because that's what the fuck it is. Kicking sex addiction is one thing. Like I told y'all this morning, like the next thing on my list is tobacco because I need to do it for myself and I need to do it for my future mate. A lot of y'all won't change until it comes to love, until you start thinking about the love of your life, until you start thinking about the kind of person you want to spend the rest of your life with. You won't even want to change. You'll think I'm cool where I'm at. But I started thinking about different scenarios in that relationship. I started thinking about different things that could potentially happen in that relationship. Like she's going through something emotionally, but I don't have no sexual control. Yeah, I'm saying I don't have enough sexual control to give a fuck about what she's going through in that moment. All I know is I want some pussy or I want some head. Then she better give me that, or I'm gonna go get it from elsewhere, or I'm gonna go masturbate. You know what I'm saying? Started really addressing that shit within myself. Then I had to ask myself, am I ready? And the quick answer is no. And I'm not saying I gotta show up or she gotta show up in my life when I'm perfect, when I no longer have any bad habits or whatever the case may be. But in my head, the logical part of me says the least that I could do is be doing my best when she shows up because that's all I'm requiring of myself. So if she's trying to require more of me, she's just trying to mold me into something I don't want to be. But I have to be doing the best for myself. I have to be doing the best I can at all times, not to perform for her, but to let her know that what's more important than my quick pleasure is her peace and my peace. Because if I neglect her in a moment of need because I have a sexual need, she'll never trust me again in that arena. Y'all feel me? If I'm not making sense, say I'm not making sense because I'm just talking. But I'm just expressing because today was a hard day. Literally, today was a today was a difficult one, or yesterday, I should say, because it's a whole new day now. It was difficult. I can't lie. Like I'm not gonna try to like sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I meditated for 12 hours today. I didn't have any erections." That would scare the shit out of me. Let my dick stop getting hard one day. Holy shit! The amount of cries and screams and wails I'ma let out. Let that shit happen. Yeah, right. Nah, I'm not gonna sit here and say it wasn't difficult. The difficulty is where I learn the most. The difficulty is where I stepped into a new layer or level of self-control. Thank you, Patricia. I just want to make sure because ain't nobody else saying shit. So I want to make sure I'm not just, you know, people probably watching the live stream like this motherfucker tripping. Yeah, wait till it's your turn. Wait till it's some habit you feel like you need to quit and you got to go through the trenches. The masturbation, that's been my whole life since I was probably 10 or 11 years old. Tobacco came in at 21. Honestly, the hardest one to break is tobacco because I love smoke. I'm smoking right now. I'm smoking right now. I love tobacco and weed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about stopping weed, but tobacco gotta go. My lungs can't take it anymore. So I'm listening and doing laundry. You better be doing your laundry. And when you're done, you better fold the clothes after they get out the But yeah, like tobacco, that's tobacco. That's the one. I brought tobacco into my meditative space. I smoked a cigarette after I bust a nut. You feel me? Tobacco is a part of my life. That's more difficult than not masturbating to me. So that's the next one to tackle. Because if I can tackle this, I can tackle that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm thinking. I before, and I know a lot of people would get tired of me bringing that relationship up, but before that relationship in 2017, I was on a mean streak. I was fine. I was raw vegan for a year. Um, I wasn't masturbating and I wasn't smoking. Weed, yes. Tobacco, no. And then everything happened with that relationship and I relapsed on everything. Like I relapsed on everything. Every bad habit that I could think of, I relapsed on it. Like I turned into a shell of myself. Said I'm blown away by your self-awareness and integrity. I'm just listening. Thank you. Thank you, boy. You know what? I always promised my audience one thing, and it's that I was gonna heal in your faces because everybody's so timid about healing. Because when you speak on what you're dealing with, it's always a smart mouth motherfucker trying to tell you something. Like it's always somebody saying, "Oh, not masturbating ain't hard." Well, I'm sorry, you just started fucking a year ago. Like, I'm sorry, you just started fucking a year ago. Like, you just started masturbating a year ago. Like, nah, I've been masturbating since I was molested in my own way, potentially trying to exorcise what was ported onto me from my own molestation. Okay, so it ain't that easy, and self mastery is my shit. That's how I live my life. Every day, self mastery. One thing, anything that I can focus on to be better in that day and in that moment. You know what I'm saying? It took me 2 months just to purchase some weights because I was happy to be fat until being fat came into this space where it was either or. It was stay fat, sacrifice my happiness, or do my best to get healthier so I could live a more active life. I love hiking. Love hiking. I'm from Las Vegas. I currently live in Merida, Mexico. Okay. But I'm from Las Vegas. I was at Red Rock Canyon every weekend by myself. The hottest day in Las Vegas was like 116, 117 degrees, 117 degrees. I was at Red Rock Canyon from the time the sun went up to the time the sun went down. The thing that stopped me from hiking is one trip to Red Rock Canyon turned into me falling off the top of a fucking mountain. You understand me? I fell off a mountain over 100 feet straight down. Straight down. The injuries to my body, there was no more hiking. People say if you fall off a horse, get back on. You bullshitting. Not climbing to the top of nothing no more. If the hill too high, my black ass not going up the hill. Yeah, I'm saying you don't just brush off that shit. That was my that was my second, no, my third near death experience. It was enough. It was enough to say to me that I had purpose. Since the fact that you understand this, I don't relate on that topic, but I get everything you're saying. At least you get it. When I say most people choose not to get it on purpose because to me, it's not a competition. I want everybody to be their greatest self. And I can't, part of the reason that I vanished from my social media is because I felt conflicted. How the fuck can I be getting online yelling at people, telling them to do their best every day, and I'm waking up every morning doing my worst? How can I get online and tell people to be their best self if I'm not trying every moment I can to be my best self? I started really addressing shit. Mexico tends to do that to you. Mexico tends to do that to you when you reach a new country, any country you travel to, right? You reach a new country and the pace is just different. In America, it was go, 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 go. I didn't care about masturbating. I didn't care. I used to smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day. I didn't give a fuck. I was hustling. I was hustling. I was hustling, and when I did eat, it was pure gluttony. You know what I'm saying? It was pure gluttony. Like I'm like, yo, I made my money for the day. Like I hustled, I made mine, helping the world heal while killing myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, but I moved to Mexico, everything's slow. Now, don't get me wrong. Mexicans wake up at the butt crack of dawn, get ready for work, and get to hustling. I wake up before the sun every morning. Every morning. It is 12:20 a.m. here in Merida, Mexico, and I bet you if I get off this live stream right now and go to sleep, I'll be awake in the next 2 hours, full of energy. This is before I started no fat. So it's even crazier now, but everybody here moves slow. Everybody here moves slow. Everybody here moves at the pace that they choose. They got energy, but they're not expending that energy on bull. I'm both a morning person and you know what? I'll say this because my position or label, as I call myself, I'm a dimensional shaman. So I'm dimensional. I'm on whatever schedule is best for my missions outside of this world. So sometimes I'm a morning person, sometimes I'm a night owl. Both times I ain't getting no sleep. I'm up right now talking to y'all. That's what and instead of guilt trip, this is the number one thing that has helped me along my healing journey is the lack of self-judgment. Yeah, a dimensional shaman. I do a lot of my work in the spirit realm or getting out of body, traveling through the spirit. I wish I could explain it in simpler terms. It's very strange to try to explain. Some people have like vivid dreams. I have vivid travels, literally. Um coming back with marks on me from fighting, literally breaking curses off people in the realm. It's just what I do, and I've been doing it my whole life. Never been able to stop. Always felt like the odd man out because people didn't see what I seen. But getting here to Mexico, where being a shaman is common, that gave me so much peace. For me to say shaman and people not shrug at all, like, oh yeah, no, no, no flinch at all. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm at peace. But being here helps you deal with your pace of life. Because it's hard to recognize what you got going on or what you're doing wrong to your own self when you're moving too fast. I gotta make a decision. I gotta make a decision right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. No thought. That's dope, Bo. That's dope. I think that is somebody outside playing music right now? It is Saturday though. Somebody partying right now. That's the one thing they're gonna do out here is they're gonna turn up. I lied to my neighbor across the street just so I didn't have to go over there to party. I said I got a lot of work to do. He said, I understand. I took my ass to sleep, bro. I'm not trying to be drunk. That's the one thing I'm glad I never got into was drinking. I'm so glad I never got into drinking. Like, man. Because in my family, my family could drink you under a table and not even be drunk. That's scary to me. Like, that's really scary to me to be able to take back. Because my favorite liquor, if I'm going to drink, is rum. To be able to take back within 5 to 6 hours a whole bottle of rum and just be tipsy is some dangerous shit. All I can think about is what it's doing to the body. Like, yeah, I got acid reflux. I can't even be drinking like that. That heartburn is insanity. Like insanity. Now I'm in the house drinking a cup of water with some baking soda in it, trying to get rid of deal with this. And who knows what the fuck liquor and baking soda does in your stomach? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a health person. So like I don't know, Just fucking your body up. But being here in Mexico has given me the space to actually focus on my spiritual mission, what it is that I really want to do. And part of the reason that I took a break from social media is because I knew it was time for a reemergence. When I got on that live stream and yeah, I know quite a few people like me. Yeah, I got quite a few friends, and when they call me, all we talk about is the adventures of other worlds and how they correlate to this one, or as some beings say in this world, as above, so below. Some of that shit has a direct correlation here, so I'm very conscious of what I do in other worlds too. But felt like after that live stream with Mellow Will's little homeboy or Flunky or whoever the fuck he was, where I was tripping out on him because they had stole from me. You know what I'm saying? Ching 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 goes the money tree. That's me. I was pissed after I flipped out. And by the end of the day, I had calmed myself down and I say, yep, that's how I know it's time for a reemergence because I don't be tripping like that. When I trip like that, I'm at my wits' end, and I should never allow anything and anyone to take me to my wits' end. Like that means I need a new end. You know what I'm saying? I need a new tank. I need to refill. I need to refuel. And that's kind of when everything came crashing in. Everybody was warning about that last big eclipse we had. People were like, "Don't go out there for that eclipse." It was so many weird ass warnings around it. Everybody's like, "Don't. It's not a good eclipse." I said, "What eclipse? How can an eclipse not be good unless there's some shit inside of you that you aren't addressing?" And this eclipse was perfect for that. So I went outside and I looked at it. I wanted to see what it was going to do. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see what it was all about. I wanted to see if there were going to be any results from it. And the result was calling forth all of the things that I was doing to damage myself. Oh my God. When I say maybe about a month ago, that whole month was hell. That whole month was hell for me because there was more guilt in my bad habits than I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I know, I'm aware. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There was more guilt in it. Every time I masturbated, I cried. Or should I say every time I ejaculated, I cried. And I said, you got to stop this. And within 2 hours, I was back to doing it. Every time I smoked a cigarette, I said, you got to slow down on that shit. And eventually you need to stop. And by the time I came to and recognized what I was doing, a whole pack was gone. And I'm about to bust open the next pack. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh hell no. I said, oh no. I said, this eclipse got a little doozy in it. Said it's got a little, but I said thank you. I said I'm grateful because can't nobody call me out. I don't care who you are. I don't care how close you are to me. I don't care how well you know me. You will not be telling me about myself because I'm too rebellious to give a fuck about what you're talking about. I gotta tell me. I have to tell me. And I have to trust what I'm telling myself. My spirit team had went radio silence. Nothing. What no channeling, no channel messages were coming through clearly. I couldn't channel for other people. I was canceling sessions, coaching sessions, healing sessions. I was canceling everything because I felt out of place. And I'm not one of them. I'm not going to pretend everything is okay if it's not. I mean, everything was okay, you know? But there was some things inside of me that I needed to address. And here we are at day 14, no fap, and I've never felt clearer. I've never felt stronger. I've never felt more sure of myself. I've never felt more humble and proud about my ability to even control myself. Like I said yesterday was pretty difficult, but there's no guilt there about it. There's no guilt because I told y'all I can 1 to 3 days was max for me because I was looking forward to that release after 3 days. Like, oh my God, I've been holding it for 3 days. This is going to be powerful. This is going to be beautiful. And then you run into people that tell you to live your truth. But what is your truth? What is your truth? And that's a question that I asked myself over and over and over again because I don't operate off collective thought and I don't fuck with oneness because it's the group therapy or the group conscious therapy that got me caught up in being proud of my addictions because I was listening to other people tell me it's all right, but deep down I felt like it wasn't. And I had to ask myself, like, bro, you trust yourself, so why don't you trust yourself on this? Something not right about it. No matter how divine you are, no matter how spiritually and metaphorically you can twist it to make it sound good, post nut clarity is what lets you know that it ain't good. Like post nut clarity doesn't exist when it comes from love and pure passion. Post nut clarity exists when you're doing some shit just to be doing some shit. I hate post nut clarity, but I love it. But now I'm experiencing pre nut clarity, and that's before I even get into it. And in the beginning, the first few days, it started with external judgment. So let's say again, I was on Twitter, and Twitter. I don't care. I know because I've been watching porn so long. I know tons of fucking porn websites, but Twitter is where everything is. Anything you can find on a porn site, you can find on Twitter. For the first few days, I would casually scroll through Twitter, but it would be full of judgment. I would say, "Oh, she's ugly. Oh, she's unattractive." Just trying to find something to keep myself from being entertained. And although I felt bad, I did what I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? I did what I needed to do to not do it. And then days went by and I would get on Twitter and I would scroll again, but the judgment was gone. And I started looking at this woman or even these people, these couples. It doesn't matter what the fuck I was watching. Like I was looking at them like they were actually people and not things that I could use for my pleasure. That shit twisted my whole consciousness up right there. That twisted my whole because I never intrusively try to pick up on people intuitively. Like I don't look at them and try to read their life, but I couldn't help it because here I am watching this woman bust it down. She thick as shit. She got the oil on her booty, and I'm happy about it. I'm like, oh my God, she's so sexy. And then the camera pans around to her eyes, and I see her life. And I go, you don't even want to do this shit. And I'm about to have happy time to your misery. Boom. Cut that shit off. And I was so close to just throwing my phone, like, you know what? But practicing non-judgment lets me know that it's okay for me to have, because this is where the guilt eats up the community at. It's okay to have sexual energy, but what you gonna do with it? It's okay to have, it's okay to be sensual, but what you gonna do with it? That's the question I had to ask myself. Like, what you gonna do with it? Because on my Facebook page, I could see my posts go from comedy, serious, teach a lesson to sexual. I don't give a fuck. Because at some point, I had to tell myself, don't feel guilty about expressing your sexual nature. Feel guilty about wasting your sexual nature, your ability to create, your ability to harness or charge. These have to do with abilities, and I'm all about abilities. And then I started thinking about Orun Technologies. And if you don't know what Orun Technologies is, it's my technology company slash training center slash data center where I'm compiling all this information without studying anything external, literally writing my own energy healing programs to eventually give out to the world so that everybody else can start their own healing practices and learn energy for themselves. And probably by like day 8, shit got serious with Orun Technologies because I kept thinking about, I got all these papers on my wall like a mad scientist. I started thinking about the fact that it's just on paper. There's nothing solid built. I have all of this information from my own personal training. Like, it's time to put some shit in concrete, make something concrete because I believe in that more than I believe in anything else that I've been doing. Said, but what you saw in her eyes, you saw her life and how she didn't want to do it. It's very interesting when you see that because two things pop up in my mind when I see that. One, that person is struggling with some shit in their personal life and this is their only way out. And two, they're showing up a lie and I'm pleasuring myself to the lie. And I don't like to lie. I do my best not to lie, you know? Like I'm sitting there like you like this? Like, you like this? You like knowing what this person is going through and ejaculating to her misery. What's wrong with you? And when I asked myself that question, instead of guilt setting in, judgment set in. And I had to tell myself there's something going on. I said there's something going on that you're not addressing within yourself that makes you like another person's misery because it's wrapped up in pleasure or sensuality. Man, my God. So I can see the struggle in their eyes too. You're so on point. It and what's crazy is when I first went viral, I got messages when I first went viral on TikTok, I got messages from some of my favorite porn stars. You have no idea what that's like. And initially, and none of the messages were sexual. This is what tripped me the fuck out. None of the messages were sexual. They were real because they weren't coming to see the horny dude. They were coming to talk to the healer. And I'm talking to these porn stars and they're telling me I'm dealing with this, and this. I'm about to be homeless. I'm like, you can't be homeless sucking dick on the internet. That's crazy. How you not getting your money? I'm thinking in my head, like, what is going on? Like, this don't make no sense. Oh, well, I went through a lot of abuse in my life and I felt disgusted with myself. Like I was like in my head, I was like, "No, how many nuts I done bust to this person that's in my inbox talking to me about their life problems. And I'm talking to them about their life problems while simultaneously thinking, I am fucked up on the inside. Like, why? Like, what? And I said, Spirit, why would you even show me this shit? And it's because I was caught in this loop of all that mattered was my pleasure. I wasn't caught in the loop. I was happy in the loop. All that mattered was my pleasure. All that mattered was getting my rocks off. Fuck how everybody else is feeling. I mean, you online fucking on the internet and you smiling. Why, that's not my problem. You did it. I'm finna have nah. That's inconsiderate. And I'm not inconsiderate. I started thinking like, okay, being a dimensional shaman means that I have reach. I have omnipresence. So I can't possibly just be busting a nut watching these videos. I have to potentially be sending energy. The part that really cut me deep was that I was potentially wasting the energy that I sent because if the soil is dead, nothing will grow. So, energetically speaking, I'm throwing my seed in that direction. It's being planted in their lives, however that translates or transfers over to them. And it's falling upon dead soil. So, I'm no different from the people that hurt them because I'm not giving them anything and I'm taking everything. Or should I say, I'm taking from them. I'm finding pleasure and what they got going on, although deep down, what they really have going on is the hope that somebody would see them for something other than their titties and their ass. You know what I'm saying? The hopes that somebody would look at them and not instantly think sex, but think, I wonder what she actually likes to do. I wonder what he actually likes to do. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what you like, and the industry itself is so imprinted upon society that people are talented and will still turn to do porn. Am I judging them? Not at all. But now all I can see is the potential of what they can be. All I can see is the potential that they're wasting, not because they're doing porn, but because porn has them so caught up because the money is good, right? For some, the money is good. Porn got them so caught up that they forgot about the things that they actually love. And then they begin to love pleasure. They begin to love pleasure. They begin to love control. When I say I was deep, I go deep. Like I said, my kink is other people's kinks. So I go deep. I be studying these motherfuckers. Like I be on Twitter studying. Like you like that? Like this what you own? This what you up to? And these are people with real jobs, lawyers, dentists, firemen, you know what I'm saying? Doctors, senators with porn addictions. And not not normal porn, not regular shit, outlandish shit. And I can't even bring myself to judge them because I've probably been masturbating longer than they have. Said, but remember, it's been said if we don't use it, you lose it. And that's the biggest lie they created. Because here I am at 36 years old and still get these out of the world erections. At 36, it's about time by society standards, by 36 and living in an unhealthy life. Like it's about time that I started dealing with erectile dysfunction. I don't have that problem. I don't have that problem. I ain't saying I wish I had that problem, but I don't have that problem. You're right, Bo. And I won't be too hard on myself, I promise. But this is the process I go through mentally in order to keep myself focused on the goal. Cause I don't even know why I started. I just did. They say semen retention is key in storing energy, unless you know how to feel energy. Because if you know how to feel energy, then I could tell you right now, you know how like women do Kegels or whatever you call that shit, basically tightening that muscle down there. Men have that too. And if you can learn how to compress and decompress at a rate that creates heat, the heat will eventually create static. The static creates a current of electricity, and that bitch will shoot up your spine to your crown. I was doing that before. No matter of fact, a Kegel for a man is a good way to get rid of an erection, actually. So, no, it's true when you get in your 60s. Patricia, I promise you, when I'm in my 60s, I'm going to be a problem. I can tell. I can tell. You see them freaky ass old men in the movies? Like, that's me. That's me. The old man in the old folks home and the nurse come in the room. Do you need anything else, Mr. Johnson? I need you, baby. I need that's gonna be me for this. That's gonna be me. Like that's gonna be me. Like I swear. Like there's to me, my sexuality don't have no downside. Like my sexual nature don't have a downside. I don't see myself having ED at all. I don't see myself ever experiencing that or dealing with that shit. Why? Because I'm gaining more control over that center every day. You know, I practice a move doing energy training like called thrust. Like you thrust in, like you having sex, right? But instead of trying to focus on pushing the energy through the thrust, I focused on harnessing the energy within the thrust. So let's say a pendulum swinging back and forth, right? I'm trying to give you a visual. A pendulum swinging back and forth. swinging back and forth, the swinging back and forth. Every time this pendulum hits the middle point, it causes a rotation. This is even through my self studies. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Every time the pendulum swings to the middle, it causes a rotation and it pulls and it pushes to the other side. When it swings back, it causes the opposite or the other direction of the rotation. So if it was swinging left, when it swings back, it swings right. If you can keep doing that for about 15 to 20 seconds, you'll notice a static sensation in that energy center just from thrusting. Now, my old freaky ass, I thought to myself, like, yo, the woman I'm gonna be with, I'm gonna put her through the mattress. Like, she has no idea what I'm training on just by proxy, just by being curious, you know? Like, and in my head, I said, I can't wait to give her that because I've never given that to a woman. Like, I've given my sexual energy to a woman, but not my God body energy. She's going to, what the dragon tails say, love it. He's going to love it. She's gonna love it. I swear to God. Swear to God. And the fact that I don't want to give it to nobody else but her even makes me proud of myself. Because like I said, I could have been a whore. Coulda, I could have did it. I could have did it. And I come from that background. I come from Las Vegas. I come from that background. Either you a hoe or you pimp hoes. That's where I come from. And I still chose a different path. So when guilt starts to eat me up, I like to remind myself of the options I could have taken. Now I'm out here in Mexico, turning more into a Mexican as the weeks go by. When I was 20, I had a 60 and he wanted to, but it don't get stimulated like it did when he was younger. He was hoping that because you was young, that it would stimulate him. Sorry, old man. It's just not how it works. Said no one ever does, but if you're doing something to prevent it now, you'll be okay. Very true. Yeah, like this, and it's weird, right? Because I know most people don't get on social media and be transparent about shit like this because they're afraid what people on social media would say. But if we set up cameras in the corner of the bedrooms of every person on Earth, a lot of us would throw the fuck up. I'm telling you, we would throw the fuck up. Like, what are you into? You know? So I'm not afraid of exposing certain aspects of my journey because I want people to know that this shit is real. Social media has perpetuated this image of they have perpetuated this image of I'm healing. I'm doing my shadow work. I'm on my healing journey. And it's a video of a chick running down the beach with her long flowing hair, or she's sitting at a bar in Costa Rica drinking coconut water. You know what I'm saying? And we go, that's healing right there. No, that's aesthetics. Healing is the shit that happens when ain't nobody around. Healing is the shit that happens when you can't go to sleep at night and not even your distractions are entertaining to you. Healing is what happens when you in the car. You know what I'm saying? And you driving around and your favorite song come on the radio, but you don't dance to it this time. This time it triggers a memory that makes you cry. Like that's healing. Healing is calling the people that you hated the most in your past and telling them I forgive you. Healing is walking through your own self-created fire. So I know too much too. Bo, it's a hard life when you know a lot because accountability is something you can't skip no matter how hard you try. Because what you know should convict you. When I was a Christian, right? I grew up in the church. When I was a Christian, the one thing that I heard the most is that the Holy Spirit should convict you. But nothing convicted me in church. Nothing convicted. And that's when I knew that in order to feel convicted in my wrongdoings, I had to convict my goddamn self. I had to look myself in the mirror and say, hey, that's wrong. Don't do that. You know better. You were raised better than that, and you've raised yourself better than that. You've put in more work than you've told the world. Stop acting like you don't know no better. I think people are afraid of telling themselves about themselves, and that self fear puts you in this lack mind state. And don't get me started on lack. Good old lack. Good old Lack. Lack be trying to kick it with you. Lack be trying to stay with you. Lack be trying to have fun with you. Lack be trying to go on dates with you. Lack be trying to tell you how to eat. Lack be trying to tell you what to purchase when you buying dinner. You feel me? Lack try to be a part of your life type shit. When Lack come around, I hate Lack. I can't stand that shit. I come from the ghetto. I come from the hood. I grew up on Lack. I grew up on Lack like a cup of milk. You feel me? Grew up on Lack. I got tired of that shit. When I released Ching 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 Goes the Money Tree, everybody was like, he should be rich. I created Ching 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 Goes the Money Tree because I couldn't even find rich people. I couldn't find richness in myself. And I was homeless, sleeping on the street, sleeping at parks. And I said, shit, I'm already at rock bottom. Let's see what this power do. Ching 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 goes the money tree. And every time a ching money comes to me, boom, went viral, changed my fucking life. Changed my whole fucking life. And from that point on, I understood that abundance was more than just my birthright. Abundance is actually what I am. Because while I was going through hell, I was still trying to walk people to heaven. While I was struggling, didn't have a dollar in my pocket, I was still trying to make money just so other people could eat. I knew abundance was mine, but where was I sending my abundant energy if I wasn't sending it to myself? And it all lied within my habits. It all lied within my excuses. I sent abundance to the things that were keeping me from more abundance. Man, when that went viral, my ass went to Mexico the first time in 2021. I was living in Oaxaca. And that changed everything. I mean, I had already gone to Costa Rica in 2017, but that was for love. I'll do anything for love. You feel me? That was for love. Like that wasn't, I was already self-developing. Hey, when I got to Costa Rica, I was already myself. You feel me? Like, but this time, especially this time, now that I'm in Merida, oh my God, the self-development has been crazy. I'm even destroying body dysmorphia. Because it's one thing to find yourself unattractive because of things you can't prevent. You know what I'm saying? You was born with 7 toes on 1 foot. You might find yourself, you know what I'm saying, unattractive. You was born with only 1 titty. You might find yourself feeling unattractive. You was only your top row of teeth grew in. Your bottom row don't it ain't never growing. You might be dealing with some negative self-image because of what the world looks at as beauty. But it's one thing to have body dysmorphia about some shit you can't change. It's a whole nother thing to have body dysmorphia about some shit you can change. And I'm talking about weight. When I thought about my weight, instead of looking at myself like, oh my God, I relapsed, or I've gained some weight since 2017, because in 2017, I was probably the smallest that I had ever been. Instead of being guilty or feeling guilty, because I'm in Mexico, of course, when I first touched down here, I was eating everything, every taco I could find. Chilaquilas, I was killing that shit on the daily, like 2, 3 times a day. Yeah, of course I gained weight. No mystery there. No guilt there. But I promise you, I'm not as big as I was before I lost all that weight. Because I used to weigh over 500 pounds. Over five. I was on my way to full blown heart failure. Thank the spirits, thank my squad, thank the supreme architect that what people call God, that I never dealt with diabetes. All the shit that should have hit me when I was over 500 pounds, it didn't. Which means I've been given the opportunity. I don't give a fuck about genetics. I've been given the opportunity to be my healthiest self. Why shouldn't I at least try? Why shouldn't I at least give it my best? So I find it amazing that you know people like you because you're so unique. And to be honest, you think like me. It's interesting. And I say this, and I don't mean any offense when I say this, and I'm not saying it to you, but there's nobody like me. I'm not even from, I'm not from any realm or dimension that people actually know. As far as this world standards go, nothing like me has ever existed before. But I do find people that I find in the realms. I will hunt you down in the physical. Because if you active out there, if you busy outside of your body, we got some shit we need to talk about. Because you got a whole nother level of responsibility. You know what I mean? You got a whole nother level of responsibility. You're not even allowed to walk around with your head hung low, acting like your life is in shambles when you are literally sitting in the controller seat. Because if it truly is as above, so below, then above created below, or above is constantly injecting energy into the below, and you exist from the above. So hell yeah, I be flipping out on people who are multidimensional. I travel the realms, yeah, yeah, yeah. And what you be doing? You be fighting dragons and shit. Why don't you, instead of traveling to other worlds, have you ever traveled inside of your body? It's a whole infinite worlds from cell to cell. I guess you could say on a quantum level, right? From cell to cell, all of those are different worlds. And there's tons of worlds inside of you. If you ain't traveled inside of yourself, stop running from you. Yeah, I'm saying, stop running from you. People get out of body, they astral project, and they feel like they found the secrets. Oh, I got the secrets, man. Go inside of yourself. Go inside of yourself. You'll see some shit. Go inside of yourself and you'll see some shit. Go into the world inside of yourself where your trauma is stored. Because we often ask ourselves, why does this trauma keep existing? And that's because it's been with you so long, it's got a life now. And I try to teach people about that and they laugh at me. I go, you think I'm crazy until you see it for yourself. You think you're dreaming about your traumas. You inside of yourself. You're literally looking at your shit. You wake up thinking, I hope I can remember the dream. You better practice some lucid dreaming. Shit. When that entity come and grab you, you better smack the fuck out of do something. Because it does have a waking result. It does have a waking result. And for the people that are watching that talk to themselves, I got a question how to bake your noodle for a couple days. Are all the selves you talking to within you you? Is it you? Or is it something you stored that feels like it has agency now? This my house. That's how these entities live. This my house. You be like, yeah, mi casa, su casa. But that's also why I've been training because the next service that I want to offer the world is extractions because it doesn't necessarily have to be an exorcism. But what happens if I remove the thing that's blocking you? Once it's removed, you good. You gonna be good. I promise you. So what made you viral? I'm just finding you now. I don't even know how I got here. Have you ever heard the money mantra? Ching 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 goes the money tree. And every time it ching, money comes to me. It all flows in so abundantly from the top, left, right, and up under me. Wave, wave, wave. I'm a money wave. Money flow, money made. Flowing in and out, plus money saved. Debt, debt, debt. All debt is paid. You can find it on my page. You just gonna have to scroll for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how I went viral. And it was one thing because I was cocky for probably about 30 minutes. But what really shocked me was the reach. When people from Brazil were hitting me up asking me could I translate the money mantra in Portuguese because one of their homegirls tried it and got blessed with some abundance. I said, "Oh shit." Some people from the great continent of Africa was hitting me up. "Oh, we want to send you donations for the wonderful blessing you gave us. Hey, do you know how you can receive the money?" I said, "If I go to fucking Wells Fargo, not Wells Fargo, but whatever you call that shit where you go pick up the transfer money, they're gonna think I'm out here scheming and scamming." I said, "Don't send me nothing. Just move on with your blessings." This is like 2020, 2021, 2021, 2020, 2021. It's still all over the place. Greetings, Tiff. It's still all over the place. There's not a viral mantra that tops that. Like, and I say that not with arrogance, but with joy. Because this was the first time that something was released into the world that had nothing to do with exchange, like alchemy. Had nothing, there was nothing people had to do to get in. It was sweet in the beginning, and then of course people came along and tried to taint it. Oh, this is how you make it better. I had Christians attacking me. This released demons in my bedroom. I said, girl, what the hell is you talking about? If anything released demons in your bedroom, anyway, the demons was already there, because the money mantra was not about people making large amounts of money. It was about breaking financial curses. So whatever was in your atmosphere, I said was like it ain't still working, is about breaking financial curses. So whatever's in your atmosphere that's holding your money back, yeah, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come the hell out. People getting checks in the mail of 10,000, 40,000, 60,000. People going to the casino, hitting the lottery or hitting the slot machine and winning the jackpot. You know what I'm saying? Winning the lottery. Uh Finally getting a dream job after years of trying to get their dream job. And I tried to tell people, because when people took it and tried to taint it, they kept saying, oh, you do this and you're going to get a large amount of money. I told people they would get blessed. I didn't say nothing about money, because when you bring up money, people automatically expect that. But if you don't repair your relationship with abundance, you're not getting shit. The goal was to get your get back. The goal was to get back what was stolen from you. I'm talking about people were getting checks from deposits from apartments that they rented over 10 years ago. The landlord was refusing to give the deposit back. All of a sudden, the landlord contacted them talking about, lately, I don't know what it is. I just mean, yeah, get your get back. There's people who owe you. And you walking around talking about, oh, karma will handle them. Sometimes you got to wake up as karma and say, give me my shit. So ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. When I say, and ever since then, it's been beautiful. Like, I've never had to worry for nothing. Am I the wealthiest I'll ever be? No, not yet. Am I sitting on millions? No, not yet. Hell, I'm not even a 10,000 there. You feel me? But I got everything I need. I'm not late on no bills. I live in Mexico, some place that I've always wanted to live. So I could use this as a launch pad to build whatever else I wanted to build. Rune Technologies is the next project. Like, for me, it wasn't because the person that I was, if out of nowhere I woke up with $100,000 in my bank account, I would have blew it on bullshit. And I'm from Las Vegas, so instead of watching porn, I probably would have bought some hoes. Spent like 30, 40 bands on hoes alone. Like, nah, like in my head, I'm thinking I wasn't even in the space to receive what it is that I knew that I deserved. And now I'm starting to finally feel like it's coming. I'm starting to finally feel like it's arriving, because I'm standing up to myself for myself. I'm changing myself for myself, because I can't lie. I don't find them weird, but other people find it weird. So I'm so glad I scrolled on you before I went to bed. You have inspired the fuck out of me. I was listening. Yo, Bo, please subscribe to me. I'm gonna start streaming more often on YouTube. And then I'm gonna start having group streams where everybody can, come up and talk too. Like, I'm not coachable, not even the least bit. But I do love hearing about other people's worlds, because I'm not the only thing in existence. And I love that, because that would make me feel really alone. So please subscribe. Yeah, I feel like major blessings are about to. I got simple things that I want to do. I want to run. In my whole life, I've never really ran. I mean, I played football in high school, but I was forced to run. And my coach got cussed out the entire time. Coach is like, my last name is Reed. He's like, Reed, run. I'm like, Coach, fuck you. I used to get mad, like, Coach, fuck you. And then we did Hell Week. You do the 2-a-days, go to practice in the morning, practice in the afternoon. I was in tears. There are things that I want to do that are so simple to other people that are major to me. They're so major to me. I be doing the shit in the realms because I really want to do it here. I want to be able to run.
So I have to lose weight to get some of this pressure off my knees. I'm already bow-legged. You know what I'm saying? That's bad enough by itself. I want to be able to do one full push-up effortlessly. One, just one. Never been able to do a push-up in my life. You know how disturbing that is? I'm a big man with a big booty. That's why I would get in push-up position and my hips would dip to the floor like I'm fucking the ground. Coach be like, straighten your back out. Coach, I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm really trying to straighten my back out here. It ain't straightening out like it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? I really want to do a full push-up because I've seen what people would call the God body. I've seen my God body. That's a sexy motherfucker right there. In shape, full of vitality, which is important. Full of vitality. Whoever's watching right now, I don't care how old you are. It is not too late to get your vitality back. I promise you that. That shit is an illusion when people say that. Oh, as you get older, your bones and joints do get worse if you're not active. I challenge every older person in here. I'm 36, but I challenge every older person in here that's older in their 50s, in their 60s. I challenge you. Just get up and walk. Get up and move. Don't even walk. Just stretch. Just stretch. When you sit up in the morning, reach for your toes for 10 seconds. All effort counts. All effort counts. And people think their life is over because their health is starting to decline. But you got to think about all the shit you're doing that's making your health decline. Why would YouTube try to flag that comment like you said something wrong? You said, I don't know what you look like, but your personality is sexy as they come. YouTube flagged the comment like you said something wrong. Somebody came on here and called me the N word with the hard R, and that comment came through. I'm not talking about this stream, but that comment came through. But sexy is just where they draw the line. You know what I'm saying? Say, oh, you do remember I worked DoorDash. Patricia, what happened with your building? What happened with the building? That building has so much potential for rehabilitation for the homeless, for rehabilitation for the immigrants. Like that was crazy. I think about that often. What happened with the building? Did you fix it up or did you end up selling it? Said, man, I know they playing on TikTok too. TikTok get on my nerves. Like, and that's where I'm most popular at. I have over 600,000 followers on TikTok. That's where I'm most popular at, and I don't even want to be over there because it pisses me off that I could watch somebody's live stream and they can say the most outlandish shit in the world. But let me bring up molestation and sexual assault as a means to helping people push through it and heal. My live get banned. Let me say motherfucker twice within the same 30 seconds. I've watched people get their ass whooped on live stream. I've watched a broad sit on live stream with her titties halfway out and no problem. I said, oh, TikTok picking and choosing because when you're trying to help, they're not trying to let you do that. But as long as you're being entertaining, they'll let you do whatever the hell you want to do. I know a dude on there that talk about cocaine every video. One of the most viral people on TikTok. And I be sitting there thinking to myself, how the fuck do you do that? How do you do that? You must got somebody on the inside. They helping you. I need to manifest me an inside person. That's the next mission. So oh, it's still sitting there. I can't wait to see what you do with that video. I mean, not that video, that building. Because I'm telling you, there's abundance there. There's a lot of abundance there. I think that if you can get some good internet, Patricia, while you in that building, if it's safe, of course, because I know you said things with the roof and the foundation are dangerous. But I think since you live stream on TikTok a lot, because I see it, I just don't come in because I don't want you to fangirl over my ass while you in there working and you chopping it up because I know you, Patricia, you gonna fangirl like you ain't never talked to me, like actually talk to me on the phone. But I feel like you should live stream from the building. I feel like you should make your subject matter when you live stream from the building all about the building, because there's got to be somebody out there with an investment for you. I truly believe that. And they'll help you fix the building up because they're on your team about, or they're on your side, or they got the same visual, the same intention as you to help people. And next thing you know, that building will be back up and operational because somebody gonna throw you 60 to $100,000 just to fix it up. Although I'm pretty sure it probably costs a little more than that. But anything could help. Anything will help. Bo, I want to thank you again for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing. And I'm gonna check my notifications when I get off of here so I can make sure I subscribe to you. Because I don't know if you make videos or not, but I would love to support you also. That's another thing. Like, I don't care how viral I went. I'm still a normal dude. Or let me say I'm a normal god. I mean, look, you can ask Patricia. You can catch me on TikTok at the most random places, in the most random live streams, saying the most random shit. I just be trying to have fun because I love to laugh. I love to laugh. I love to crack jokes. Yeah, I remember, Patricia. I remember. I even remember everything we talked about on the phone. Some people in my life that I encounter are just unforgettable. You just so happen to be one of them. Just unforgettable. Something, a person I could never forget, no matter how major I become in this world, no matter how many times I achieve greatness. I'll never forget you because you also never betrayed me. You also never crossed me. When it came between choosing between morals and virality on social media, you chose morals. When people were stealing from me with ching 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 goes the money tree, and all of the people who claim to love and support me start flocking to the people that stole from me, you literally said, fuck them. I appreciate that. Not that I want you to be a part of my war. Yeah, I'm saying, but you said fuck them, and I fucks with that tough. Because it's like that for eternity. It's like I don't hold the grudge, but I ain't gotta fuck with you either forever. 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 So yeah, I appreciate you in so many ways, on so many levels. Yo, the neighbors are really partying. I feel like I want to go be nosy. I feel like I want to go be nosy. I feel like I want to go see what the haps is. Y'all can't see me because I got the camera on, but I'm sure about to walk in this living room. And somebody is banging music. Oh, you know what? Nobody's partying. Y'all gonna crack the hell up. You know what that is? The music I'm hearing, it's the ending of a party. Mhm. I know, I know. That shit don't make no sense. The neighbors across the way are so drunk that they're asleep while the music is playing. You take care too, Bo. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much for being here. I'm about to get off in a minute anyway. But yeah, the neighbors fell asleep. They're outside in their chairs, drunk, knocked the fuck out with the music at almost max volume. That happens every now and again. Like, and I don't get mad. I get even. If they have a loud night, I have a loud night eventually, but nobody bet not nobody say nothing to me. Because if it's one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bang some music and I'm gonna dance. But yeah, let me get off here, man. I love y'all 360. I love y'all 360. Thank y'all for tuning in to this late night live stream. Come to find out there are people online late at night. So when I can't sleep, I guess I'll just be getting on live to bother the hell out of y'all with my random all over the place ass thoughts. But yeah, I love y'all 360, man. Thank you to everybody that came into the stream. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go through my page and look at the videos, specifically the 52 days of ritual. Ain't nobody topped that yet. Check out the 52 days of ritual. I should have all 52 days on here. I think a few are missing, but I got it on my laptop, so I'll have to upload it. Check out the 52 days of ritual. Check out the black magic removal in Contra, all of that. Just go through my page and have a ball. And when you're done here, take your ass over to my TikTok. It's a party over there too. All under the same name, King Soon 4774. And before somebody asks me what's 4774, it's 1111. Feel me? I love y'all 360, man. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all morning. Get y'all some rest and get up tomorrow ready to do some beautiful stuff. All right? Peace. What the hell? What the hell? What the heliante? It just shows the background. Me and my phone are in agreement.